You know that moment when you look in the mirror and something inside you just clicks? That morning, I realized maybe it wasn't bad luck or timing or other people. Maybe it was me. I remember brushing my teeth, exhausted, not from lack of sleep, but from constantly fighting battles that no one else could see. I had dreams, goals, plans, but every time I got close to something good, I pulled away. I'd overthink, delay, find an excuse, and deep down there was this whisper I could never silence. What if I'm the reason I keep failing? For years, I told myself I wasn't ready. Not ready for the promotion, not ready for the relationship, not ready for the life I said I wanted. I told myself I was being realistic. But the truth? I was afraid. I overanalyzed every little thing, every decision, every conversation, every glance. When someone complimented me, I'd shrug it off. When I made a mistake, I'd replay it for days. It was like living with a critic in my head, one that never slept. People would say, "You're too hard on yourself." And I'd laugh like it was some kind of strength. But it wasn't strength. It was self-destruction disguised as discipline. I remember nights lying awake, scrolling through my phone, watching everyone else's life move forward. Promotions, engagements, new adventures. I told myself I didn't care, but I did. I felt stuck, chasing validation, but never feeling enough to deserve it. I'd start something new, a project, a hobby, a relationship, and then I'd find a way to destroy it before it could destroy me. It was safer that way. If I failed on my own terms, at least it was my choice. But behind all that control, I was lonely. Not for other people, for myself. I missed the version of me who dreamed without fear, who believed mistakes were part of learning. Somewhere along the line, I forgot how to be kind to myself. It wasn't until therapy that someone finally put it into words. She looked at me and said, "You've built your whole life around avoiding pain, but in doing that, you've also avoided living." And that broke me. Every time I avoided risk or vulnerability, I thought I was protecting myself. But what I was really doing was feeding the fear that said, "You're not strong enough to handle failure." My perfectionism wasn't discipline, it was armor. And armor might keep you safe, but it also keeps you alone. I started paying attention to the voice inside my head, the one that said, "You can't, you'll mess it up, you're not enough." And instead of believing it, I started asking, whose voice is this? When did I start thinking I wasn't capable? That's when I saw it. The enemy wasn't out there, it was me. It was the part of me that thought I had to earn my worth. I'm not perfect now, and I've stopped trying to be. I still have doubts, still have bad days, but the difference is I don't let that voice decide who I am anymore. Healing isn't about silence in your mind. It's about turning down the volume of the voice that says you can't. It's realizing that the part of you that sabotages is just the part that's scared, and it deserves compassion, not punishment. So now, when I catch myself slipping into old patterns, I pause and remind myself, you're allowed to start again. We all have that inner enemy, the one that whispers we're not enough. But maybe the real victory isn't in defeating it, it's in understanding it. Because once you do, it loses its power. So if you've ever felt like your own worst enemy, ask yourself this: what if the war you've been fighting wasn't about winning, but about learning to love the one who's been fighting all along?